my Negro. I'm in flow, greatest story told. Watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures.
Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, got the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. You know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. Keep coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Complete to Wright. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Wright will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And just shutting him off there. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Stroud looking to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing you do know they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Let's go. Look hot.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And he's got this down to the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Stroud. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to pass. Tua. Short throw to Smith. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Little short pass here to Hill. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Texans nothing.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. From the gun, it's Tua. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And the razzle-dazzle not going to work out. They're just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. Escaping. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Stroud to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Another one caught by Collins. Down the right sideline. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nico Collins, 50 yards. And the Texans are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The Dolphins at 1-7 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Henry To'o there on the tackle. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. And they'll go right back to right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, come on.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get set.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got Smith here. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. Forced out to his left. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Here's Tua. Over the middle to Smith. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. In motion left, the tight end. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go.
They'll let their wide receiver take this one. It's Diggs. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Final play of the half. Stroud. Flush to his right. Going deep for Diggs. He's got it at the 15. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Texans 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mixing up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka. And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing now is Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Stroud. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Jordan Brooks with it.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down to the 10.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll complete this one to Collins.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here we go. Let's go.
Inside handoff to Mixon.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
First down, Texans.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Stroud looking to throw.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On the quick, right?
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Stroud.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Get set. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Whoa. Out.
Tua going to give this to Wright.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Tua going to throw. Buying time to his left. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. 2nd and 10. Stroud.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Nixon will try the right side. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
2nd down and 3. Now Stroud.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Stroud looking to change the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going deep for Diggs.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Ready. Ready.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage.
This 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Wright.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Miami, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves